welcome to this very special holiday edition of Cache Rendezvous. I'm Brianna Bodley.
And I'm Jason Borba. You've heard of Black Friday, but what about Great Thursday? Some people were starting their holiday shopping as early as Thanksgiving Day.
Too early for me. Way too early.
You can't enjoy Thanksgiving.
No, but ATV's Eric Youngblood did show us how some customers cash in at this year's Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday, just in case one day wasn't enough.
It's Black Friday, gotta go to Kohl's on Black Friday.
Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving when stores offer deals to holiday shoppers. Things got a little crazy during this year's shopping frenzy, but while the crowds can be big and lines long, some USU students look forward to Black Friday.
Most years we go, we'll leave at about 8 o'clock and head over to Walmart because they let you stand inside. And so we'll go over to Walmart and look around. And we do, starting at about 7, we'll start going through ads at my grandma's house and seeing, plan out where we want to go.
And it isn't just the deals that attract people to Black Friday. Duke likes the holiday because it lets her spend time with her family.
It's a fun time to spend with my mom and my aunts and just with family. And some people are like, oh, but it's so crazy, it's all commercial and stuff, but my favorite part isn't necessarily the shopping as much as the time spent with family. So.
Black Friday isn't the only day for deals anymore. Small Business Saturday is the following day when small businesses, like these at Tivoli Village in Las Vegas, encourage shoppers to buy local.
But the shopping doesn't stop there. After coming home with all the stuff you bought at the stores, then it's time to take your shopping online.
Cyber Monday takes place on the following Monday. It's when sites like Amazon offer deals for shopping online. Sales were up by as much as 19% this year.
I don't normally, just because I don't shop online very much, but for if you're trying to get something that you're not sure will be in stock at a store, that's always a nice option.
Eric Youngblood, Cache Rendezvous.
According to the National Retail Federation, about 140 million Americans were expected to shop over Thanksgiving weekend.
Santa visits children differently around the world, really depending on the culture he's in. And this change is definitely something he's used to. Santa has evolved a lot through history, to change with the times. From St. Nicholas in the 4th century to Thomas Nast's rendition of the Jolly Old Elf in 63, people's view of Santa have been different over history. In America, today's kids will sit on Santa's lap, leave cookies on Christmas Eve, and wake up to his gifts under the tree or in their stockings. But Santa doesn't act the same everywhere.
On Christmas Eve, we'd have cookies and little family time together. Pretty much. And then on Christmas Day, we'd all wake up in the morning and have gifts there.
So in Germany, we celebrate Christmas on the 24th, which is Christmas Eve. And we go to church and have dinner, and then Santa would come by and give us all the presents, and we'd open them and celebrate. And sometimes while we're at church and we'd see him when we come back, or sometimes he would actually ring the doorbell. We get to open the door and he'd be right in front of us.
You know, in the Netherlands, Santa is known by Sinterklaas, and he gives toys out for 3 weeks leading up to Christmas. How fun! And in Russia, Santa, or as they call him, Father Frost, comes around New Year's instead of Christmas.
Santa Claus is at the Cache Valley Mall, and we have Victoria Hepworth with us live in studio. So Victoria, I know Santa's a really busy guy, but he made the trip down to Cache Valley. Were you able to sit down with him?
I was also able to sit on his lap. And I know I'm a little bit old, but you're never too old to sit on Santa's lap or to get toys. And I actually asked for a Barbie, which you might think is embarrassing, but it's actually a hot item this year, as well as iPads, Santa said. So you might be too young to sit on Santa's lap though. Let's take a look at how well some of the other kids liked Santa.
How are you doing? Don't you want to come to Santa? We got a candy can. We got a candy can.
Not all kids cry like these ones.
It's about half and half. We get some that scream, some that really freak out, and then you get the ones that are so excited they run up and hug him before we can even wait for the other family to head out.
Some are just shy.
You have horses? Do you? You
I
got
got
them?
my own.
Oh boy.
Tell them what your horse's name is. Sweet Power.
Power.
But no matter what reaction they have,
Lots of kids come and sit on Santa's lap to tell him what they want. Santa, this year I think I want a Barbie.
There are a lot of kids that want them. We're going to have to call the elves and tell them to work overtime.
I want A circle theme.
Some kids have a hard time deciding what they want. But parents seem to know exactly what they want, a picture of their children with Santa.
Would you like
And
candy
sometimes
cane?
it seems the parents are more excited to see him.
We love Santa.
We love Santa Claus.
I was excited. I remember coming to the mall when I was a kid and sitting on Santa's lap.
Do you know how you tell Santa thanks?
Thanks.
You give him a big hug. That's how you tell him.
It's always a fun time. We love when Santa comes around to visit. You know, he's a personal buddy of mine, and it's always good to see him once a year.
It's hard to make it in Cache Valley because we have a lot of places we have to visit, but it's worth it to come here because there's so many nice kids. You a good helper? You help your mom with your little sister? Good.
My favorite part is seeing all the kids when they light up when they first see Santa Claus and how excited they are, and to see that magic and just how happy he can make them.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Santa seemed really happy to see all of those kids, and he'll probably see lots more before Christmas is over. And a week from tomorrow, the 12th of December, will be Aggie Day, so you can wear your shirt and get a picture with Santa and let him know what you want. I hope I get my Barbie.
That's really cool. I'll have to head over to the mall and put on my Aggie shirt. Santa will be at the mall through Christmas Eve, and I hear if you go to the mall this Saturday, Mrs. Claus is going to be there?
Yeah, and she's going to have cookies.
Awesome. I think I'm going down on Saturday. Thanks,
Definitely.
Victoria.
I am so excited for Christmas, but I am also excited for what's coming up after the break. We'll show you a new species the local zoo is introducing just in time for the holidays. And it's snowy today, but will it be tomorrow? We'll be right back.
Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach
likes
your
you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
Welcome back. The Christmas season has started, and that means that people are putting up their Christmas lights. This is one of the many Christmas traditions. Christmas lights are lighting up Logan as homeowners decorate their yards for everyone to see. Driving down Main Street, you can see trees completely wrapped in lights. You can also see lights shaped like snowflakes. Christmas lights are something that happen every year, and some people even look forward to being able to see them.
I think Christmas lights just kind of bring the spirit into Christmas. It just kind of makes everything bright and makes, you know, Christmas more of a meaningful thing. And it's just, like I said, fun to drive around and see all the different types of lights that there
aren't many
are.
Christmas lights up yet, but if you drive around, you will be able to see some houses with lights and decorations.
Okay, I think I saw Frosty the Snowman yesterday.
Did you though? Did you really?
Okay, so maybe I didn't. But I did see snow falling yesterday and it got me really excited. So I went to find out if this time it's gonna stick around.
Snow-covered windshields after a storm blanketed Cache Valley last night. And as one of the first storms this winter, it's bringing mixed reactions.
I was just barely doing engineering homework, and this is way better.
Depressing, it's inconvenient, and
It makes me want to kiss it.
I wish it would have come sooner. I want it to come more. I wish I could control it. I do the best I can to forecast it.
The first storm rolled through Monday night, but by Tuesday morning, it was already melting. Like the last storm, even though it's cold now, the snow might not last long.
You have to keep in mind that it's not just the air temperatures that you're interested in, it's actually the soil surface and the surface temperatures. And we've had enough days of sunshine and warming surfaces that the ground's not completely frozen solid through. So we will see the limited dusting of snow. It will diminish here at the surface, and we'll just have to wait for the next storm to come through.
But as the ground freezes and storms continue to drop this fluffy stuff, Schroeder says it might finally start to stick.
But the snowpack should begin to build up from here on out. Anything that comes as snow will stay.
Even though Salveson isn't a fan of the snow, she says it's better than nothing.
It's going to be this cold, it might as well just be snowing. Might as well just be miserable altogether.
Right now, I don't feel ridiculously freezing, but usually it's the cold that I worry about the most.
And Schroeder says it's only going to get colder. But on the bright side, he says it means we have a better chance for a white Christmas.
Okay, so maybe we'll have to wait a while longer, but I am really counting on that white Christmas.
I can wait as long as possible. Like Christmas Day, if it snows that day, that's totally fine. All the other days, no thank you.
I don't understand that. What is Christmas without the snow?
It's just too cold.
I can't even imagine. I mean, where do you put the elves and the reindeer and the Christmas sleigh?
Speaking of reindeer, where do you think you would find these reindeer?
In the snow, maybe at the North Pole.
True, but how about at Willow Park Zoo here in Logan?
No.
Yeah, roll the tape.
You'll be able to come meet these guys in person, have your picture taken with them, and Santa will be here. And we'll also
Willow Park Zoo was looking for something new and exciting to add to the zoo, and they thought reindeer would be a great addition. Although the zoo is now closed for the winter, they'll be hosting their first Christmas event called Reindeer Trek, in which people will be able to go and see the reindeer and just have an exciting, fun evening at the zoo.
you'll be able to come meet these guys in person, have your picture taken with them, and Santa will be here. And we'll also have some games out for the kids and lots of decorations up, and it'll just be a fun time for everyone.
Reindeer are not native to Cache Valley, so the zoo had to prepare for them accordingly. The Reindeer Trek event will be held December 14th, 16th, 18th, and 21st. Coming up, Eric will have your 7-day forecast, and he'll also tell us if we should be expecting more snow.
The current temperature is a very, very, very frigid 16 degrees.
It's perfect for snow.
No.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing. Believe me, I'm good at it.
Once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell him.
Mr. Trejo, can they transfer this guy to you? He needs something a little more
persuasive.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Welcome back, Cache Valley. So Eric, I was just trying to tell Jason why it's so important to have snow on Christmas.
I mean, it really is. I mean, I don't know, what kind of pansy town you're from, but snow is football weather, okay? Wow. So it's about grinded out football in frigid conditions, and I don't know what's up with you.
It's too cold.
Football weather.
It's too cold. I love
and
football.
Christmas weather.
Football's nice when it's like 60s.
What's wrong with you? Anyway, why don't we take a look at our national radar right now? So as you can see right now, there we go. Up here in the Midwest, we got a lot of activity. You'll see it's mostly in Minnesota. It's God's way of punishing those Vikings fans for what happened over the weekend. That was just awful. You'll see though right here in Chicago, the chosen city, nice and clear right now. And hopefully it'll stay that way on Monday night when the Bears take on the Cowgirls there. We're going to play grinded out Bears football, run it all 3 downs, be forced to punt, and then get a pick 6 or some kind of defensive play for a touchdown. Defense, championships, Chicago Bears. Anyway, let's move a little closer over here to Utah, where we are. There you go. You can see not a lot of activity right now, but that's going to change. It's going to become a lot of activity soon. You can see it's mostly along the front here, the Wasatch Front. No real lake effect stuff or anything just quite yet. But over the next few days, we're probably going to see some snowflakes. So let's take a look at our 7-day here. There it is. So as you can see, for the next 5 days pretty much, we got a good chance at seeing some powder. You can see here we got a 20% chance on Wednesday, a 30% chance on Thursday, 30% chance on Tuesday, 40% on Saturday, and a slight chance on Sunday. Temperatures, whoa, they're going to be dropping harder than Mike Singletary drops quarterbacks, I'll tell you that. You can see here, it's going to be 17 for the next couple days, a low of 2, low of 7. Friday, it's going to be a high of 20, low of 9. Saturday, you got high of 23, low of 6. Sunday, high of 16 and a low of 8. Monday, high of 20, low of 9. Tuesday, high of 24, low of 11. So as you can see, it's going to be some perfect football weather there. And again, I don't know what this chump over here at the desk is thinking, but snow equals football.
All right, Jitka, whatever you say. I think you're excited for that Monday night game, aren't you?
I've heard around that you're an Eagles fan, and you know what? That's why you don't like snow. You're just going to flap your little eagle wings and go fly south for the winter or whatever you do.
Well, we are going to have more about football coming up because Aggie Sports Corner is back.
Brandon Fonda and Aaron Griffiths talk about basketball's first loss in the Mountain West Championship game.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Welcome to Aggie Sports Corner. I'm Brandon Fonda.
And I'm Aaron Griffiths. We've got a lot on the plate for you today. What are we going to start with, Brandon?
Let's start with some football, how about? The Aggies are rolling right now, and on Saturday, they clinched a spot in the Mountain West Championship with a win over Wyoming. The Aggies got the game started, like most games, with shutdown defense. Jake Dowdy with the interception here would set up the Aggies' first score as Daryl Garrettson connects with tight end Wyatt Houston. Garrettson threw for 156 yards and 3 touchdowns. Then, in the second quarter, JoJo Natson off a Wyoming punt. Where is he? He's shifty. There he is. First you can't find him, then you can't catch him. He runs it back 64 yards for the touchdown. Right there. Go, JoJo. Joey DiMartino gets in on the action with a 1-yard touchdown run. He had 112 yards on 20 carries for the day. But the player of the game goes to this man right here. Freshman Nick Vigil seen right here with a sack Oh, he just did that 2.5 more times. 3.5 sacks, 7 tackles, 4 of them for loss, earned him Mountain West Defensive Player of the Week. The Aggies go on to win at 35-7. Next week, they take on Fresno State in California for the Mountain West title. It's the best defense versus the best offense. Who wins this, Aaron?
I was hoping it would be Utah State, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Fresno is the better team. I think it does play in our favor that we're the defensive strong team, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I'm picking Fresno to win that game.
Okay, come on. Did you see those highlights? Defense wins championships. Come on.
If we had Chucky, we would win there.
Well, we have Nick Vigil, so it's fine, right?
Yeah, he throws the ball real well. All right, so after the football team got its win Saturday afternoon, the Aggie faithful drove down to Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City, where the basketball team tried to get a win over in-state rival BYU. The Aggies started out strong in the first half, shooting well, playing good defense, and controlling the pace of the game. Spencer Butterfield was on fire, getting 12 of his team-high 20 points in the first half, as well as Kyle Davis, who had 16 points and 9 rebounds on the night. At halftime, the Aggies led at 44-39. But the Aggie team that went into the locker room at half did not come back in the second half. Their shooting dropped from 60 to 35% in the second half. Assists dropped from 15 to 4 after halftime, and BYU won the turnover battle 2-9. BYU wins it 74-85. So what do you think happened there in the second half, Brandon?
It's easy. Utah State could not hit their open shots. BYU is a run-first team. That means they attack the hoop, and then when Utah State could not hit their easy shots, they could not get back on defense. They just got out-hustled here.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there. I think that there are so many times that we saw that BYU would just outbeat us down the floor. I think Utah State would score a basket, and then BYU would hustle down the floor, and Tyler Haws would get a layup. And so I think BYU actually is the better team. I think Eric Mika dominated. I just think that it was an unfortunate outcome, but something that I actually foresaw.
That's too bad. All right, from college to pros. Aaron, do I dare ask, excuse me, how are the Jazz doing this season?
You know, they're actually on a 2-game winning streak. Normally that wouldn't be that big of a deal, but the Jazz are only 4-18 on the year. Sad part is, I don't even think that they're tanking. On a positive note, though, their chances of getting a #1 draft pick, it's getting better with every loss. So the 2 top prospects in this year's draft are Jabari Parker and Andrew Wiggins. Jabari Parker has scored over 20 points in each game this season. The 6'8", 235-pound freshman forward is dominating his competition, and ESPN lists him as the #2 pick in the draft. On the other side of things, Andrew Wiggins is averaging 14.3 points per game on a dominant Kansas team. The 6'8" freshman guard is projected as the #1 pick in the draft. So let's say the Jazz get that #1 pick. Who do they go with?
Andrew Wiggins, for sure.
Okay, tell me why.
For sure, Andrew Wiggins. Okay, I'll tell you why. He's quick, he's fast, he can create his own shot. And think about this. Gordon Hayward has not re-signed with the Jazz yet. We're going to need someone to replace him. If not, if he re-signs, then fine. We get someone to be right beside him, shooting those threes. Andrew Wiggins is the for sure pick.
No way.
ESPN's always right.
No way.
#1.
Jabari's the way to go. Plus, Gordon Hayward isn't going anywhere. He'll be back. I think that Jabari Parker is a man amongst boys, averaging over, not even averaging, he's scored over 20 points in each game. He is the one that the Jazz need. He'll fit in the rotation. That's where we got to go with. Okay. Jabari.
All right.
Total.
Andrew Wiggins, that's right. Thanks for joining us here on Aggie Sports Corner.
Back to you, Jason and Brianna.
Thanks, Aaron and Brandon.
Coming up,
Bowl 66.
we'll show you how some teams give back to their community and not just for the holiday season.
And how one group made the last few weeks of class a little more jolly.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing. Believe me, I'm good at it.
Once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell him.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? He needs something a little more
Persuasive.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Look at me. Hey,
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Welcome back. This time of year generally brings lots of surprises.
And for students, it's normally unwanted surprises on their finals.
Oh, I know that's definitely how it is for me.
I definitely agree.
For some classes, though, campus is a lot more welcoming, especially this treat that sometimes comes to class. This was the surprise USU students got from the Westminster Bell Choir, right in the middle of their before finals lecture.
We have so much fun coming over here and disturbing these classes at Christmas time and just, flash mobbing them.
Some USU professors asked the choir to come in and surprise their students, and in this case, the professor is actually the director of the Bell Choir, and she joined them in to hit the final note. The choir gets many gigs throughout the holiday season, but one place you can see them is at the Logan Tabernacle, December 13th at 7 p.m.
The holidays seem to bring more attention to service, and one group of high school students enjoy giving back. Lee Kubik is live to bring you the excitement. Lee, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Jason. I went to the Caring Hearts of Cache Valley Retirement Center to see how some Cache Valley High School students were able to close the generation gap.
Bingo! Woo!
Utah Youth Connect is a service group for students to visit with local senior citizens.
Youth Connect comes to retirement homes such as this to play games with the residents, and everybody gets to enjoy their time by playing bingo. Bingo! Yes!
Hole 66.
Playing bingo is one activity members do when they visit the home. Members say they get just as much out of the experience as the residents do.
I just think it's really important for the youth to know that they can make a difference. And I've seen a change in a lot of them because of what they've been doing.
Man, we got B2.
Students say that it is more than just an activity. The interaction they have with the elderly is something they enjoy.
They know so much and they're just fun people you don't see often.
The elderly see their family on a regular basis, but having the students' company brings a change.
It's not just their sons or their daughters or their nieces or nephews. It's, people from the community. It's other people.
Edgar says that visiting during the holidays can be extra special.
It's pretty nice just because this time of year is centered around families and interaction.
Hamilton says that the group still has more planned for the holiday season.
This Christmas, we are going to be going to Cache Valley Assisted Living Center, and they're going to be having a Christmas ball.
Hamilton says that while Youth Connect right now is just a local program, she would really like it to spread all across the state. And they told me that they have Volunteers of the Month, and if you win, you get featured in the Herald Journal, and you get pizza. Back to you, Jason.
Wow, that sounds really cool. Thanks, Lee.
So as the holiday season approaches, I know I keep getting more and more excited, and other people are probably already planning their winter vacations. We went out to find out what some internationals at USU are doing for the holidays and how it's celebrated abroad. When people think about a Utah Christmas, they usually think about cold, snowy weather and spending quality time with the family. Well, in the Dominican Republic, it's pretty much like that, except that it's warm, and instead of white snow, there's white sand and beaches like the one you see here. It is beautiful though.
Yes.
I mean, okay, I will never give up the white snow for white beaches. That's not my thing.
I think it'd be awesome to spend Christmas on the beach, It's something different. There's no snow, it's warm. There's ladies on the beach in the bikinis, right guys? Yeah.
No. I will always seek my winter wonderland. Definitely. Well, thank you so much for joining us in our last newscast of the semester.
Have a great holiday